Hi, Paul Hefty here with the Triangle-O football system. I want to talk about our mid-zone RPO. We call this a swipe zone concept, something we got from the University of Minnesota, who's run it with great success. Couple key points here. We want to run this versus a wide defensive end. It's a complement to our stretch or wide zone and our split or tight zone. Rule number one with the RPO, the route now is going to be what we call a double G, a double glance with a stab bubble, and the quarterback will read the Sam backer. The H-back now splits away at the will. We call this a swipe block on the will or a bow block on the will. O-line will use its same stretch far reach blocking scheme, except the play side tackle will do a bucket plus drive and wash or a push technique that we'll go over. And then last, the back takes the exact same 5 steps as he does with stretch zone, but then his point of attack becomes the inside leg of the tackle, reading the first defensive lineman inside that play side tackle. So we really make this a downhill, off tackle, off guard play, blasting or bending back. Let's take a look. So first, with our offensive line technique and scheme, it's going to be very similar to our stretch zone. This is where the overlearning happens. The offensive line will all use their far reach technique like stretch zone, except the play side tackle. You can see here in the upper diagram to the left tackle now will take his backside hand like he's far reaching, but go to the near armpit of the defensive end and either drive him upfield or wash and push them to the sideline. The H-back now will swipe back, what we call a bow block, to the will backer. Just like the O-line play, our backfield action for mid-zone is overlearning with our stretch zone. Again, the back will pivot, take 5 steps straight to the sideline just like stretch zone, but now his point of attack on his 5th step will be the inside leg of the tackle, heading straight downhill and reading the first down lineman inside that play side tackle. You can see the H-back again swiping back to block the will. So now the quarterback will use his same slide step he does with stretch zone, but he's going to read the Sam or strong side backer. If he fills, we drill. If he sits, then the back gets. As always, we like to first install this out of 2x2. So here we are running it towards the H-back. You can see the receivers will do their double G, meaning the X and the Z run glance routes, and the A does a 2 steps forward and back pedal, what we call a stab bubble. Quarterback will take a slide step, reading the Sam backer in this case. He fills inside, we drill the pass. If the Sam backer sits or fills outside, the back gets because it's a downhill, off tackle, off guard play. Here now we're running it out of a 3x1 set. You can see how this can actually add even more stress to the defense. We've got still our double G route with the X and the Z and the A running the stab bubble. But now the bubble is towards the strong or front side, putting stress on that Sam backer for the bubble or the fill with the back. Again, everything stays the same. Quarterback will read the Sam backer. If he fills inside, then we drill X to the bubble. If the Sam sits or fills outside covering the bubble, then the back's going to get it all day. And again, we hit this downhill in the B to A gaps. With swipe zone, you can run this at the H-back or away from the H-back. Nothing changes with the rules. The H always is going to do a bow block on the will backer. With him being on the backside, he's just going to use a pull technique to get to him. Receivers always stay with the rules of their routes, the double G by the X and the Z, and the stab bubble by the A. Quarterback, again, slide step, reads the Sam. He fills, we drill the X on the glance. He sits or fills outside, back gets all day. Last, this is a great RPO out of the pistol since the quarterback is opening up front side and reading a front side Sam backer. You can see now the back is simply going to take a 6-inch slide step laterally and then work right downhill to the inside leg of the play side tackle with the same read being, in this case, the nose guard or 3 technique. Quarterback will just open up like wishbone and ride and decide, reading the SAM. The SAM fills inside, we drill the X. The SAM sits or fills outside, now the back gets all day. You can see now we've got a very simple way to be multiple with our mid zone and be a great complement to stretch while using overlapping principles with our schemes and concepts and techniques from stretch zone. Thanks.